Hey, what's going on guys, Hex here, and today I thought we'd do a special video. This is something that I've been thinking about doing for a while, and I did a video probably about 3 years ago when I first started my channel. It was like top 5 figures that I hate or suck or something like that in my collection. And a lot of people seem to be watching that lately, so I was like, man, these guys want to see a top 5 or top 10 video. So why not give them one, and let's make it over Masterpiece, since I know just about all the people that subscribe to my channel are into the Masterpiece series in some form of way, whether it's a car, Hasbro, maybe you collect them all, maybe you kind of pick through it, but you probably have a Masterpiece figure in your collection somewhere. So what I wanted to do is take all the figures that I own that are Masterpiece, which I have 37 figures, so anywhere from MP08, which is the Grimlock, to current. I have every single one of those, every repaint, except for the Bathing Ape MP10 and the Yera, the whatever, that's the gold and the clear Soundwave. I don't have that yet, but I am going to get it. I'm waiting for it to go on sale because I don't even want the figure, but it's the whole got to collect them all Masterpiece that I've kind of got myself into. But I have everything else, so we're going to be doing a top 10. Now, the way that I did this is, let's say like with the number 9 and number 10, it's I can only have one of those two figures. Which one do I want? And I picked whatever number 9 ends up being. Number 4, number 5, which one? If I can only have one in my collection, which one would it be? It's obviously going to be number 4, and 4 is better than 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the ones that didn't make it on to the list. So that's the way I kind of did it. Number 1, obviously I can only have one figure in my entire collection. Which one would it be? So that's kind of the way that I did it. Now, some of these have more than one mold, and some of those actually made it on this list because it was one of those things where I want to say that particular figure and not just say, hey, this mold, where I'm like, hey, the Lamborn mold, and then that covers like whatever 5 or 6 or however many they have of that thing. So that's kind of the way that I did it. It's all for that character. Now, whenever me being a fan of G1, it also kind of crept in there as far as, do I like this character better than this one, or is the engineering better than this one? Some of that factors in, so I think I got a pretty good list. I'd like to see yours in the comments. If you want to list them from 10 through 1, feel free to do so. Your list is probably not going to be the same as mine. We probably don't even have the same amount of figures, or maybe you have more than me, maybe you have less, whatever. But go ahead and contribute. If you want to just do a top 5, that's cool. Or you can even do a response to this video and make your own. But hopefully you guys enjoy, so we'll go ahead and start off with number 10. All right, at the 10 spot, I got Ultra Magnus. Now, a few of you guys might disagree with me here, but I thought that he needed to be on this list somewhere, just because of the engineering, the character. I think it's a cool design. The fact that it's a truck and a trailer that comes together and doesn't have any parts forming, that's what kind of sold me and maybe put him at the 10 spot, other than some other characters that I was trying to put there. I just thought that he needed to be on the list somewhere. Plus, he's big. He's going to stand above like all your other figures except for like Star Saber. I believe are the 2 tallest figures in the Masterpiece line. Just a cool character, cool design. I just love that there's no parts forming. There's die cast in him. He's got a couple of different faces. You can see the one that he's got here. Come to the back, and he's got the other face where he's like screaming or something like that. So as 6 shot is stabbing him. A few people have a problem with this, but I think there's a modification you can do to get rid of that, but I'm not modding any of my Masterpiece figures. I just want them all authentic and original. But I put Ultra Magnus at the 10 spot. I'm not going to tell you what kind of the toss-up characters were, because then it would kind of run, what the rest of what the rest of the list is. So let's take a look at number. All right, at number 9, you have Blue Streak. Now, I think it's cool that Takara is doing, these repaints of ones that are hard to get as far as G1s, like the Blue Streak here. I know they're coming out with tracks and Road Rage. I really hope we get a black track. So stuff like that really interests me. And, I just got this guy in not too long ago. I actually dig him quite a bit. And I knew I was probably never going to get the original G1. So to finally get this and only have to pay like 80 bucks or 85, whatever it was, makes me extremely happy. I just like it. It's basically the Prowl mold, but it's painted to make it like Blue Streak, which is pretty cool. So, and I love the way that they do the feed in this. I've brought this up, I think, on every single time I've done reviews on these, that it's just like the original G1. So very cool. Nice paint, silver all over the place. Comes with the little missile quadrants here. So I really do dig this guy, and the fact that That's kind of an exclusive deal. It's limited in quantity, so that also kind of added to it as well. So that's why I got it at this spot. All right, at number 8, we have Soundwave, which I think is a really cool character, and that's mainly why he made this list and where the spot that he's at. It's not because I think that the figure itself is that great. Some of the things that I have issues are with the sides, you know, because the legs, well, the way the transformation, if you do it this way, then it's kind of weird. If you do it this way, you got the screws in the back, so it's weird with the legs, and I can never get them posed the way that I want, so that's one of the issues that I have with him. He probably actually would have been like at the 10 spot, but it is Soundwave, and the fact that you can have all those cassettes in there, so I had to put him somewhere because he was obviously going to make the list just because of the character he is. But like I said, would I rather have him versus, you know, the other two that we've looked at so far, the ones that haven't made the list? Absolutely, because it's Soundwave, and that's almost the only reason. I think if they make a blaster when they do, because this guy's kind of dated, once they make a blaster, I think that they would do a better job with the engineering on that particular character or that mold than they did with this one. So that's just kind of my opinion. That's me kind of thinking into the future, but that's why he's at number 8. Okay, at number 7, I have Grimlock, the MP08, and this guy is definitely dated, but he was my probably favorite masterpiece figure that I had for a long time. Now, some other ones have obviously stepped in front of him. If he was a little bit taller, I think he would like go back up towards, you know, the top of the list. But this guy's awesome. I mean, he's got light up features. I've never replaced the battery. It still works. Well, for one, I'm not doing this all the time, but you know, the light up features, the gun has light up features. There's some nice translucent parts in here. There's die cast. There's the nice chrome in here. He's got the little thing where you can change his eyes to blue, or you can change them to red. So and just, you know, more chrome and just cool all over. Love this guy. If he was a little bit taller, would have been nice, but you know, maybe we'll get one. He'll definitely, you know, go back up on the list. This one came with a crown as well. I think this is just the Hasbro version. So you know, if you can find this guy some way, yeah, they've reissued him, I don't know, like 100 times. So find some version of him and get him. He's definitely an awesome figure. He is dated. He is going to be short on your shelf. That's one of the things that once you start getting all the rest of the figures, all of a sudden he became, you know, from one of the taller figures to now one of the shorter figures. So that's why he goes to the number 7 spot, I think. So let's check out number 6. All right, at the 6th spot, we have G2 Sideswipe. Now, if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I absolutely love the Lamborghini mold. I love Lamborghinis. I love the way this thing looks. I've got 5 of these molds already. They're coming out with a deep cover. That'll make 6. And then, you know what? They come out with a clamp down. I'll buy that. They come out with the G2 Sideswipe. I'll buy that. Just whatever you can do, give me more of this mold. I really love it that much. The reason why I decided to pick this guy, I mean, Sideswipe, he has like 3 different colors of red paint, and just this one seemed to have the most with him. He came with some stickers as well as a bunch of weapons, and look at that face. He just looks all crazy and stuff, so I like that. And, I mean, it's a black Countach, so that's really all I needed to say. It's a black Countach that turns into a robot. So that's why he's on the list. Just shoulder's a little bit loose there. It has nothing to do with him being G2 or anything, so I'm not like some, you know, big G2 fan. I mean, I like it, but I prefer G1. But it's a black Lamborghini, so that's why I made the list. Let's check out the next one. Okay, we've reached that midway point, so maybe you guys are starting to figure out what I have like 1 through 5, or I guess you know what 5 is because that's exhaust, but maybe you started to figure out what I have for like 1 through 4. But this guy filled a need that I desperately had, and that was more Decepticons on my Decepticon Masterpiece shelf. This guy's really cool. I like his colors. I like his little face. Also, the fact that this guy is the Marlboro Wheeljack, so it was kind of the hunt that also went into this guy. So whenever I finally got him, I was extremely excited, and maybe I'm still riding off of that high, but it wasn't something that I could just walk into Toys R Us and be like, okay, there's the masterpiece, let me buy it. You know, I knew it was going to be here, or maybe I already have that figure in character. And it wasn't one of those things where it was like, hey, we're coming out with this, awesome, let me pre-order that and wait for 6 months or 4 months or whatever it ends up being. It was one of those things to where I can't order him off a US e-tailer, and he was sold out everywhere. It's hard to get. People are marking him up, And to finally find it less than $100, I was like, yep, send that to me. And I was extremely excited to have them. I still am. Now they're going to be reissuing this guy. So if you guys get an opportunity, I think this is one that you need to jump on. Obviously, I have him at my 5 spot. He's a Decepticon as well. The mold between Wheeljack and exhaust, I really like it as well. So that's why he's at number 5. All right, at number 4 we have MP10 Optimus Prime. This is the Hasbro version. He does have repro labels on him. I really shouldn't have to explain why he's even on this list, but maybe I need to explain why he's not higher. The only thing that I can say without spoiling it is wait till you see who the top 3 are. But this guy had to be in the top 5. He's just awesome. I mean, it's Optimus Prime. It's his true colors, and this mold is fantastic. I absolutely love this mold. I think it's the best mold out there. Again, another one, you can paint them whatever you want. You can make them pink and teal, brown and orange. You can color them the most ugly colors you can think of. You're going to sell one, and that's going to be to me, because I will buy it. I just absolutely love this guy. This guy comes with a trailer. He comes with the... I forget what all he comes with. It's all on his box, but just an awesome figure, awesome character. There's no reason why he should not be at least in the top 5 of everybody's list if you have him. So let's check out the top 3. Okay, at number 3 I've got Saber, and for good reason. This guy has a lot of playability with him. You can make him in a hover mode. You can put him in his V-Star. Then you also have his chest, which can turn into a jet as well. You can connect them. Then you got the little Brain Master as well, which has some articulation. There's, die-cast in this guy. He's the tallest one yet. He also has quite a bit of chrome on him. Just a really cool character. And if you're a fan of the Japanese, then you have to fit him in somewhere. And I thought that 3 was a nice spot. Some people, maybe you look at my list and you agree with my first 2, but you're like, 3 and 4 should have been flip-flopped. You could do that, but I think this guy's awesome. I like him. And he was, one of those things that's like kind of a most anticipated figure for a while because he was fan voted. So it took a while for him to come out. And also the fact that if they come out with a Victory Leo, then you got the combination mode. So that's why he's going to be at number 3. All right, at number 2, I'm going to have MP10B, the Black Convoy. This guy does not come with a trailer. It's just the figure itself. But, man, I just can't get over those colors. I mean, he's black. And then you got the teal in here, the purple, with the gray paint, some chrome on him. It looks too good. I absolutely love this thing. It's something, if you've been watching Cybercast for a long time, it was one of those things where I'm like, man, I just need an MP10B. Couldn't find one for a price that I wanted. Had someone, they messaged me, and they were able to sell me this along with some other stuff. And, oh, man, I'm so thankful. This thing is awesome. And, again, it fills that, Decepticon spot that is desperately needed. I like this guy a lot. He looks great on the shelf. I can't really say anything else about him, but even with the red eyes too, the colors are just amazing. And it's the MP10 mold, which again, it's the best mold out there. Still is. It's dated, and it's still the best mold. So, all right, and finally, here we are at number 1, and it is the MP10 Eva mold. Again, like I said, the best mold. It was kind of leading up to it. MP10, I think, is still, the best one out there. Had 3 of their molds in my top 10. Actually, I've got 4 MP10s. I plan on buying more colors of them. Even that one that's like over $1,000, the Bathing Ape one. But that's why I had, I guess, the regular Optimus Prime at 4 instead of 3. I was just like, I can't have like 3 MP10s in a row here. And I left the year out of the horse out just because I have the other one in there. But talking about this guy, I mean, he's one, again, that it's a little bit hard to track him down. He's going to be one of those more expensive ones. He does come with a trailer, and he comes with the little roller and stuff like that. But just look at these colors. And I haven't done a review on him yet, but I probably will here in the near future. I'm trying to get back into doing reviews, so hopefully you guys enjoy. But I love these colors. Purple, one of my favorite colors. Black, and then I love this lime green. It just ties in so well. You got a little bit of the like kind of yellowish orange down there as well with the chrome. It's so awesome looking. And James and I were talking, and I bought mine, and then James bought his as well, and we both agreed that while you're looking at it here on camera, and you can look at pictures and stuff, and you're like, oh, that looks really good. It's so much more impressive once you get it in your hand. Once you get it in hand, it's like 5 times better. It truly is. And people that own this mold right here or this color variant, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's my top 10 list, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like I said, if you want to make a video of your own top 10 or top 5 or top 3, whatever, it really, I guess, depends on how many masterpiece figures you have. It's probably going to be totally different than mine. I doubt anyone's is going to be exactly the same, but it's just something fun to do. You can even put it in the comments if you don't want to make a video. Curious to hear what you guys have to say. So thanks a lot for watching. Maybe I'll do some more top 10s. Maybe I'll do one every month. Maybe a top 10, best stuff and top 10 like worst stuff. Because you guys seem to like me bringing up stuff that sucks and stuff. So anyways, talk to you guys later. Peace.